Why do we arm those in uniform? It seems like a simple question, but the answer is complex. It branches out. It leads us down two distinct paths. One path is for the soldier, the other is for the police officer. Both paths involve weapons, yet, the weapons are often different. Their purposes are different. Understanding this difference is crucial. It tells us about the roles we ask these individuals to play. It reveals the nature of the threats they face. It also shines a light on the societies they protect or engage with. Consider the soldier. Their world is often one of open conflict. They face organized, similarly armed adversaries. Their mission can be to project power. It can be to defend a nation's borders. Or, it can be to engage in sustained combat operations. The tools they carry must reflect these harsh realities. They need range. They need firepower. They need durability for extended engagements. The environment is often hostile, unforgiving. The rules of engagement, while present, are framed by the context of war. The primary goal is often to neutralize the threat effectively and decisively. Now think about the police officer. Their world is the community they serve. They operate among civilians. Their mission is to maintain peace, to enforce laws, to protect citizens. The core mission of any military force is national defense. This is a broad statement. It encompasses many things. It means preparing for and fighting wars. It means deterring aggression from other nations. It means projecting power when necessary. Military forces operate in environments where the opponent is often a peer or near-peer competitor. This means they expect to face enemies with similar levels of training and equipment. The scale of conflict can range from small skirmishes to large-scale conventional warfare. Therefore, military weaponry is designed for lethality. It is designed for effectiveness against enemy combatants and their equipment, often at significant distances. Police officers, on the other hand, have a fundamentally different mission. Their primary role is public safety and law enforcement within their own communities. They are peacekeepers. They respond to calls for service. They investigate crimes. They manage civil disturbances. They are expected to protect individual rights, even those of suspected criminals. Police operate in civilian environments often densely populated. The vast majority of their interactions do not involve deadly force. When we talk about standard-issue military rifles, the M4 carbine often comes to mind for many Western forces. It is a compact version of the M16 rifle. It fires a 5.56mm NATO round. This weapon is designed for combat. It is relatively lightweight. It is adaptable with various attachments like optics, lasers, and grenade launchers. The M4 is capable of both semi-automatic and, in some versions, 3-round burst or fully automatic fire. This select fire capability is crucial for military engagements. It allows soldiers to lay down suppressive fire. It allows them to engage multiple targets quickly. The effective range of the M4 is suitable for the open battlefields or varied terrains soldiers might encounter. For police officers, the standard-issue firearm is almost universally a handgun. A very common example is the Glock 17 or Glock 19. These pistols typically fire 9mm rounds. Why a handgun? Several reasons. Police officers need a weapon that is always with them. Both military and police forces encounter situations that their standard-issue firearms are not ideally suited to handle. This is where specialized weapons come into play. For the military, sniper rifles are a key example. Weapons like the M24 or the Barrett M82 provide extreme long-range accuracy. They are used for precision engagement of high-value targets. They are also used for reconnaissance and overwatch. Section 5. Dressed for danger, the role of tactical gear. Tactical equipment extends far beyond just the weapons an individual carries. Body armor is a fundamental piece of protective gear for both soldiers and police officers. Military body armor is typically designed to stop high-velocity rifle rounds and shrapnel from explosives. It often includes rigid ceramic plates covering the torso. Modern military armor systems like the Improved Outer Tactical Vest or IOTV and the Soldier Plate Carrier System or SPCS are modular. They allow for the attachment of pouches for ammunition, medical supplies, and other equipment. The level of protection is high, but this comes at the cost of weight and some restriction in mobility, a trade-off deemed necessary for combat survival. Police body armor varies more widely. Section 6. Training and restraint, the human element in weapon use. Military training for weapon use is intensive. It is designed to make soldiers proficient and effective in combat. Recruits spend countless hours on the firing range. They learn to shoot, move, and communicate under stress. They practice engaging targets at various distances. They learn to clear malfunctions quickly. The focus is on achieving combat effectiveness. This means putting accurate fire on the enemy to neutralize threats. Training scenarios often simulate battlefield conditions. They emphasize teamwork and aggressive action. The rules of engagement in a combat zone, while existing to prevent war crimes and unnecessary civilian casualties, generally permit the use of lethal force against identified enemy combatants. Police training, while also emphasizing firearm proficiency, has a different overarching philosophy. Officers are trained to use their weapons as a last resort. The emphasis is on de-escalation. They learn verbal judo. They learn conflict resolution techniques. They are taught to assess threats and respond with appropriate force. This is often described as a use of force continuum. Section 7. Boots on the ground, weapons in real-world scenarios. Consider a military infantry squad on patrol in a hostile urban environment. Suddenly they come under fire from an enemy position in a nearby building. The squad leader immediately directs his team to return fire. Soldiers with M4 carbines engage the building using suppressive fire. This forces the enemy to keep their heads down. It allows other members of the squad to maneuver to a better position. A soldier with an M203 grenade launcher attached to his M4 might fire a high-explosive round into the window where the enemy fire originated. The goal is clear: neutralize the enemy threat quickly and decisively to protect the squad and continue the mission. The weapons are used to their full potential for combat effectiveness. Now picture a police scenario. 2 patrol officers respond to a domestic disturbance call. They arrive at a house and hear shouting. As they approach, a man bursts out of the door, visibly agitated, holding a large kitchen knife. He advances towards the officers, ignoring their commands to stop and drop the weapon. One officer might draw their Glock 17 handgun, the other might deploy a taser. Section 8. Conclusion, converging paths, distinct responsibilities. The comparison of military and police weapons reveals a fascinating intersection of technology, purpose, and societal expectation. At first glance, some tools might appear similar. An AR-15 style rifle in the hands of a SWAT officer can look much like an M4 carbine carried by a soldier. Yet, the underlying philosophies guiding their use, the training received, and the legal frameworks governing their deployment are profoundly different. The soldier's arsenal is forged for the crucible of war. It is designed for lethality against an organized enemy, often at a distance, with the primary aim of achieving battlefield dominance and national security objectives. The police officer's equipment, conversely, is tailored for maintaining peace and enforcing laws within a civilian population. While their firearms must be effective in stopping an immediate, life-threatening assault, there is a powerful emphasis on restraint. There is a clear preference for de-escalation and the use of less lethal options whenever feasible. The officer operates under intense public scrutiny and strict legal precedents that demand the minimum force necessary. Their world is one of nuanced threat assessment, where the person they might have to use force against is a fellow citizen, not a declared enemy combatant in a foreign land. We see similarities, of course. Both military personnel and police officers require reliable weapons. They need tools that function under stress. They need accurate firearms. Both groups undergo extensive training, though the focus of that training diverges significantly. Both wear protective gear to survive dangerous encounters, and both groups are entrusted by society with the authority to use force, even deadly force, under specific circumstances. This shared responsibility is immense, and the tools they are given are a direct reflection of the trust and the burdens we place upon them.